Hi there, welcome to a series of videos called English for Emerson. On this channel, we do some English reading and writing instruction, but I've been expanding the channel into social skills, which is ironic because I really don't have too many of them. I really don't. Especially when I was younger, I really struggled with my social and communication skills, which I think is common for a lot of boys in particular. And nowadays, some girls as well. And it's sad, really. I think we've become so disengaged from our environment and from other people. And also, the environment around us does not give us the skills socially that we need to thrive in this world in terms of communication. What do I mean by that? Our school system does not teach it. It teaches rote mathematics, sentence diagramming, pushing papers, pushing pencils, pushing buttons, but it really doesn't teach useful tasks in terms of knowledge of how to actually do something in the world. What do I mean by that? Tiling a bathroom floor, that's what I'm talking about. Not pushing more buttons and working on more screens. I don't think we learn useful tasks a lot of times. And we really don't learn the most useful thing in life, which is how to engage with our peers, how to engage with people. It's a struggle for people. It was a struggle for me. One of the problems that we have is that we're not taught how to speak clearly and honestly. We're taught the dialect of our family and our peers and our community. And a lot of times that dialect is almost unintelligible mumbling. It's very difficult to even understand people. In the evenings, sometimes, most days, I drive some Uber. It's good to get out of the house and see some people and do something different, make some money. It's interesting, especially down here in Florida with all the tourists. You meet interesting people. A lot of times I get people in the car and they mumble something to me that is completely unintelligible. That's their greeting. And it's not because they don't speak English. That I could understand, but these people are fluent English speakers, but they cannot be understood. And it's not because they're bad people, it's because that's the cultural communication of the times. How in the world are you going to engage if that's how you talk to people? If you can't speak the language clearly and be understood. And you can't speak the language clearly and be understood because it's not socially acceptable in your circle of friends and family. Everyone is mumbling unintelligibly around you, perhaps. It's very common. Communication is very, very stunted by your environment. That's how you're taught to speak. What do you do about it? Well, in this lesson, we're going to talk about it. And that's why this lesson is called The Bus Leaves Town Every Day. It may be that the only way that you're able to practice some real communication and effective communication and powerful communication is to leave town. Because if you stay in the place that you're at, if you tried to do it, people would freak out. They really might. If you really spoke clearly and really spoke honestly and really listened to people and really engaged with people, a lot of people around you might freak out. They might not be able to take it. It could seriously be dangerous. I'm not, it's the truth. You may have to leave town, and the bus leaves town every day. And you may have to get on it and go to a different town to practice by going to the mall at a different town and engaging with people and practicing speaking clearly, speaking honestly, and listening to people. It may be the only way you can practice is to leave town. That's what this lesson is about. And it may be important when you do this to leave everything behind you. Leave your clothes that you would normally wear. Leave the food behind that you would normally eat. Leave the piercings that you would normally wear. Get rid of all that crap. Go to a new town and check into a hotel for a day and buy some clothes that you would not normally wear, and experiment with your identity, being a completely different person, and going into the mall, going into the different shops and saying to people, how's your day going? What are you selling in here today that is on sale? That's a good deal. I'm looking for something I want a good deal. Or what's selling right now that's popular? Or where are you from? You from this town? I just moved here today. You might try going to a restaurant, talking to the server. What's on special today? What's the cook recommend? What's really good here? Speak clearly so that the person who you are talking with can understand you. Speak up and practice your language in a dialect, in a way, exercising the muscles in your mouth to speak clearly, speak honestly, and speak up and listen to what the people say. This is like kind of crazy, but literally, I've had to do this to experiment with a little bit of experimenting a little bit of a different identity. I've had to leave town several times, and the problem I've had though is that it's important sometimes to leave town and not take anything with you. Go someplace and get some new clothes. Experiment with a new identity. Experiment with a new outfit. Experiment with new hairstyle. Experiment with a new group of friends. Experiment with different kinds of food. Experiment with different kinds of engaging in reality. What's all this do? Well, two things. It frees you up from all of the stuff that's been imposed upon you from your environment as you've grown up that is not you. It's just ideas, lifestyle, and patterns that have been imposed upon you by other people. So you're really not yourself. Number one. And number two, we all have to kind of break free of our own sense of ego and identity. And the easiest way to do that is just to leave everything behind you for a while. Get on a bus and leave town, go someplace else completely different. And it's very, very, very good at reducing the ego, our own sense of our own self-importance. Because if you can get away from everybody that you know, then you don't have to worry about anybody's reactions to you, which is very freeing. And then you don't have to worry about, you can just get on the bus the next day if you don't like how it goes and go someplace else. Experiment a little bit. Get out of your environment. Get away from your peer group and try on a new outfit. Try on a new set of speaking skills. And it's an extremely liberating experience. The bus leaves town every day. One of these days, get on it with a small bag and go try out a new place.